without any further ado, Figile, the stage
Hi.
is yours. Good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you? I lost you on my screens. I don't know what's happening.
Doing fantastic. You don't have to see me, you just need to hear me. And if you can hear me, that's awesome because I can see you.
You can see me. Can you hear me though?
I can see you and I can hear you.
Oh, perfect, perfect, fantastic. Um,
Right.
okay. Is it me already?
It's you already, eh? We are
I thought
here.
you're still introducing me.
We are
Hi,
here to
everyone.
learn.
Thanks, Byron. Hi, everyone. As Byron has said, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I greet you, all of you, and it
Hey,
is an honor.
Figile.
Hello.
Um, just a moment, and welcome as well. Just a moment.
Thank you.
We're having some issue with Facebook. So before you
Okay.
start, I wanted to try it quickly.
All right. That's fine. I'll wait.
Awesome, and we also have guests coming in now. We're happy
Okay.
to have you
Probably we
all.
can give them like 5, 10 minutes. Because most of
Uh,
them are distracting me as well, trying to log in and they can't figure
is
out
it
how the run the world
okay?
is
It's fine. Let,
happening.
let,
So now
let's
I
give
have to multitask. Yes.
okay. Let's give them maybe 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
then
That's fine by me.
yeah, all right.
Okay, cool.
Okay, while we're waiting for everyone to connect, let's see what we can play you or play for you. Okay. All right. I think we're all set. We're just waiting for you, Figile, so you can rejoin. Open your camera. And thanks, Baron, for opening up for us the session. And I'm going to disappear as usual. So I'm going to leave you, Byron, and the team to do what you do best.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Well, to those who have just joined us, we'd like to welcome you formally again. We welcome you. Just to give you a bit of a breakdown, well, we don't have a long lineup, but it's going to be interesting. We promise you it's going to be worth your while. So we're going to have Figile. She's already here. She's standing by, and we're going to have some business talk with Figile. She'll be taking us through and navigating with us through the tips of how to select good financial packages that can support your business and also be able to support yourselves. And we know that many of you perhaps are, or you own your own businesses, you are entrepreneurs. Some of you perhaps are looking into startups and things like that. So Fikile is a financial advisor who has a vast experience in dealing with businesses and also personal planning or advice. So she'll be speaking to us this evening about subjects like that. We know that financial education is key. It is key, and especially right now. So please do engage with her. Please take advantage of this opportunity. Speak to her. Ask as many questions as you can. And then after Fikile, then we're going to have Virginie, who also chat to us about professional development. What do we mean by that? Well, she'll be focusing on the learning aspect of things, how to enhance your learning skills and things like that, be it an adult or a young one, but more on the professional development. So she'll be spending some time with us in that front. So please stay tuned. Figile, the floor is yours. Let's talk business finance.
Hi, Byron. Please, sorry, everyone. May I please have a minute? I've got a connection right here because I'm on the other line. I just want to fix this quickly. Just give me a few minutes.
100%. We apologize for that, folks. Just a minute, as our speaker has requested, then we'll be able to resume. Now, bring back that jam, man. It's that it's a nice jam. You know, it's quite catchy. Tigile, welcome.
Hi, I am here now. My apologies. Looks like I'm not really prepared for all this, but my apologies. I had some technical issues. Byron has already welcomed all our viewers today. It is my honor to be joined by this number of people. So we welcome all of you. I know that some of the business owners have joined today as guests, not as exhibitors. So I am glad that they are able to join as well today. I want to share my screen with you, my presentation quickly. Byron, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Figile.
Can you see my screen? I'm trying to share a screen here.
I think it's coming up. Yes, see it?
You see everything on my screen.
Yeah, I think you may need to customize your Prezi there. Just fill up the screen.
See. Okay, I'm trying to maximize, but it's minimizing everything.
Oh.
All right, Fig, what you need to do is not select the desktop, but then select the window.
I must select the window.
Yeah.
So let me stop sharing.
So, yeah, stop sharing.
Now.
All right, and then you select the window.
Okay, how do I do that?
So when you share, and then you see you get the entire screen, window, and Chrome tab.
So it already shares everything that's on my screen. It shares screen. It's only sharing screen now.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't see my presentation myself.
Okay, minimize the window on top there,
Which one?
because the presentation is behind the Chrome window.
Is it now in the front?
Yeah.
I can't see
Then you
anything
can
here.
maximize it.
Like this.
Yes.
Okay.
You're on.
See my presentation, or you see everything that's on my screen?
Calling a friend or an acquaintance, and he said, "Imagine if the country gave every single one of us 1 million. Look, 1 million would be nice, but with the current financial knowledge, in 2 days, 1 million for most people wouldn't exist anymore. You know, so you're looking at a bigger picture here. The biggest problem is financial education. Understand finances. Money isn't there to be spent. Money is there to look after you, and you look after money as well. It's yeah. So I think this
That's
was
true.
very
I know that some people beg to differ with what I'm about to say. I'm not saying it's in a bad way. I'm just trying to show you what you just said, that if a country was to receive 1 million rand, where will it be? Not so long ago, as when COVID started, the government gave unemployed people 350. When you're looking at 350, you're saying, what will I be able to do with 350? It's small change. Yes, most people needed it to buy the basics, but some people didn't spend it buying the basics. They started doing something that wasn't even useful on their day-to-day lives. But I know of two cases where they started their businesses, small businesses, with that 350. The first month, she got 350. She registered her business. The following month, she started purchasing stock, to sell. And she was selling and she was making money out of the people who are also earning the 350. And now she's making at least 1,000 rand on a daily basis, selling whatever she started at that time. So it needs you to have an understanding. We can't say she's lucky. It means that she was smart enough to understand that, or she was hungry enough to say, I needed 350 to start my business, to register my business. And they were able to move forward. But most people, they didn't see it as valuable money, to use it to improve their lives or to improve themselves.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. So look, each to his own. However, getting information, having knowledge, then you make decisions based on what you know. And if you make bad choices, well, you can live with it. Those decisions are yours, and so are the consequences. So, but you don't want to be that individual who's now stuck because you didn't have the education, you didn't know what to do with the money. Because let's say, for example, people who get this RAF,
Knowledge, or if you've never touched money with your own hand, it's difficult to manage 3 million rand. When you're looking at 3 million rand, you feel like it will last you forever. Hence, there are shows such as I Blew It. When you listen at those people, they felt like I've never seen so many zeros in my life. It's true. They've never, and some of them, I mean, the education came, but it came at a very wrong time, so to say, because now you're receiving the money today, but I'll give you financial education, or you'll receive it tomorrow, and I'm giving you financial education today. I mean, I haven't grasped anything of what you have told me. So when it comes in, I'm like, whoo! I always wanted to purchase this for myself. I buy things that are not really important. I can buy a Mercedes Benz because I can afford it, but will I afford the maintenance of a Mercedes Benz? You find that it's not true. Or will I still have a 3 million rand after taking out that 2 million to purchase a Mac? So those are the things that you have to look at as well.
And now,
so can I weigh in this conversation? So
Yes,
I keep dropping. My internet is showing me flames today as well. I don't know what's happening. But on the topic of the 350 rand, it's true that a lot of us felt that it's more money. And while you're talking about it and the experience of the person starting a small business, buying and all of that, it's what we need to be taught at an early stage, that the little money that you get, it's not the money that you go and buy, a Hunter or Pilsner or whatever out there that you can afford with the 350, but investing on that money to have a return later on. But unfortunately, coming from a background where you did not have money, investment, it's a foreign concept. And it being a foreign concept, how do you now go and say somebody who's hungry, save this money? What if they never get to a point where they see the return on that investment because they didn't have anything to go by with on that particular day? So, yes, education on that way of looking at this situation is helpful. But you must understand, now you coming from nothing, you need food now. We are a generation of instant gratification. We're using SMSs, we're using WhatsApp. These are instant. So we're expecting to put something in now and getting something out immediately. It's what we've been conditioned with this technology today. Now, you want to separate a generation that grew up in this technology to say, invest and see the rewards in the future.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But now when you say I'm hungry today, I need to buy bread. Yeah. I've got 350. 350 honestly cannot last you for a month. But you can be able to buy food. So if that person is saying, I am hungry, I get 350. I think that was the intention why the government was giving us that 350 to buy our basic needs. And if you purchased your basic needs at that time, that's wonderful. Nobody can blame you for that. You were hungry, you need to eat. But now what I've been seeing, was that it's like starting your own business. Starting a business, most people are waiting for funding. I draft business plans, I wait for funding. You can wait forever for funding and you'll never get funding. But if I get 200 rand and I compromise having fun with that 200 rand and put it in my business, then I am moving forward. The funding will catch me when I'm along the way. If it doesn't come, I will be at least better off where I am than where I was yesterday. So I think it's mindset that we need to change. Whether we want to start a business or we want to live, I don't have to spend what I get. When I'm getting paid today,
Yeah.
I don't have to go and spoil myself and buy KFC. I need to wait for my bills to pay off and then see if I can afford to purchase KFC. What will be the repercussion when I purchase KFC today, from today until month end, until I get paid again? So if you have that thinking, at least you've got a good relationship with your money.
All right. So let's try Veggie. Veggie, I see you struggling with your webcam, but are you able to say something that we can hear?
Yes, Neo, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
We can
We
hear
can't see you, but we can
You
hear you.
can't see me,
Maybe we should
but you can hear me.
just give you the stage and do your presentation or see you. But if you want to see her, just look at her profile and you connect the face to the voice. So over to you, Veggie.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and I'm terribly sorry that my technology is letting me down today. Um, I did want to actually see everyone and to be seen, but nevertheless, I will continue. So perhaps just a little bit of background around myself. So I'm Virginie Matzi, and I'm a learning and development specialist for the last about 10 years. I know my bio says 8 years, but it's a little longer than that now. And it's primarily been in the corporate space. I've also studied in that field. So I study organizational psychology, and there is a focus on learning, organizational learning. And that is the focus of my topic today. So I'm going to try and share my presentation. And Neo, if you could let me know if you can see the presentation.
Okay,
Alternatively, if
will
you've
do.
got it, you can share it from your side.
Try and share from your side.
Okay. You can just give me an indication.
Yeah,
You can
it's
see it?
loading. There, we can see it.
You can see it. All right.
Yeah, we can see it.
So,
Right.
as you can see, the topic there is around adult, lifelong learning, and professional development. So, that's the theme of our conversation today. So, if we just take a few steps back to understand adult learning, and the term for adult learning is andragogy. For children, it's called pedagogy. Beg your pardon. So, if we just look at the learning cycle for adults, it starts with having that concrete experience. So, when you do something or you have hands on experience, that is something that stays with you because you've done it, you've experienced it, and you've learned from it. So, that's one element of learning for an adult. The other is reflective observation, which is where you are just reviewing or reflecting on the experience that you've had in the previous step. And so that's just to see, so what have I learned based on my experience? The third element there is abstract conceptualization, which is then concluding and learning from the experience. So to assess yourself and see, based on that learning experience and based on what I've reflected on, what have I actually learned? And the final one is then to start actively experimenting with what you have learned. And that will obviously involve planning and trying out what you've learned. So that is just to remind us around what adult learning is. So most of us learn by doing. Now, the adult learning cycle is still a powerful reminder around why learning experiences designed for adults need to be compelling, engaging, and experiential. I just want to check at this point, Neo, if you can see the second slide, if the timing is still good. Can you still hear me?
We can see it, Virgie. We can see it.
You can. Okay, great. Thanks. Yes. So just the reason for that is because adults want the type of learning that is actually going to grab their attention, that is going to help them experience something new and allow them to try something new where they can develop a capability or a skill or even gain new knowledge. And as we've seen with COVID-19, that has just changed everything for most learners and for most adult learners. And so in past times, there have been a lot of calls to digitize learning and for people to start embracing online learning. And a lot of our adult learners who have learned traditionally were hesitant to go online and start engaging in that type of online learning. But what COVID has done for us is it's actually accelerated online learning. And for those adults who were resistant to learning, well, now that they've experienced the learning, the online learning, and seen that it's not so bad, they are now more inclined to embrace online learning and actually discover new things. So for companies, especially smaller companies, even big corporates, there are different platforms that they can use. And I've just put in a few, which is LinkedIn Learning, Coursera, edX, MIT or Massachusetts Institution of Technology, Udemy, and Shaw Academy. Now, the reason why I've selected those is because they also have free courses, and their aim is to help build digital skills for employees, because everything that we're doing now, there is some element of digitization. So for companies who are up and coming, and perhaps the employees need to skill themselves up or reskill or gain new skills, we don't always have to pay for it, because there are tools that we can use. LinkedIn Learning makes available a few free courses, some very basic, like your Office 365 tools, or even just something like communication. And in other cases, they would require a company to pay for the employees to make full use of those platforms. Coursera is another one that's gaining a lot of momentum. It's offering a lot of different types of free content, and quite a few people have actually obtained jobs just from skilling themselves up through Coursera. edX is relatively newish in the market, but what it's done is when COVID was heightened and all the lockdowns around the world were heightened, is it opened up courses even from Harvard for free for all learners around the world. And the only thing that you would need to pay for is for the certificate if you finish the course. And that also opened up a whole new world for people around the globe who perhaps may have never even dreamed of going to Harvard. And Udemy, Shaw Academy, all of those platforms have free courses for employees to develop themselves. Now, these learning experiences have been designed to really grab the engagement of the learners and to prepare them for future jobs. But in the country that we live in, as we know that currently for many learners, the issue can sometimes be expensive data as well as load shedding, and that are some of the challenges or barriers to learning. Okay. So if I just go back to our lifelong learning, so just the definition of lifelong learning is the development of human potential through a continuously supportive process which stimulates and empowers individuals to acquire the knowledge, values, skills, and understanding they will require throughout their lifetime. So it's not a learning intervention or a course or a qualification. It's actually an integration of the full human potential, and developing that through knowledge, value, skills, and understanding. And that can be obtained or acquired in many different ways. So obtaining a qualification is one of them, through university education or even just normal schooling, but it can also be industry specific. There are lots of webinars right now and certifications that people are obtaining, and people linking themselves to professional associations, and even some adult and vocational education. And we know that the governments are trying to do their best to try and create jobs. And so they put learning programs in place, such as learnerships and internships, for people to try and get that learning experience and cultivate that desire to have lifelong learning. And that's ultimately the goal for all employers and employees, because if you have a lifelong learner as an employer, you're more likely to get more out of them, because they'll be a natural keen learner and always look to learn something new. So lifelong learning, contrary to what's happened in the past, is now more accessible. And thanks again to COVID, which has opened up a whole new world of online learning. We now have online conferences, most of which are free, some you pay for. And social media is also now making learning available through various means. On Instagram, there's things to learn. On I see TikTok is using that as well as an education tool. There are so many different things. Online formal education now, there's a lot of the traditional universities that are now making their learning available online due to the current situation that we find ourselves. And as we mentioned, LinkedIn and the virtual classroom as well, which is something that I particularly am involved in my secular work. I do a lot of that. And, it is a way to help people to cultivate a lifelong learning skill. There's also gamification, and we found that people actually really enjoy that. If the learning is gamified, it stimulates a little bit of competition. And what that does is it actually engages the learner much more. And then they want to participate in the learning, and they actually learn more because it has been gamified. And that can be done through e-learning. It can be done in lots of different ways as well. And there are free ones online. There's webinars that people can participate in. And we know that all of us are busy and our jobs are demanding. And so webinars are it's a means of giving people knowledge. And the previous speaker was speaking on the topic of financial planning and how important that is. There has been so many webinars made available around financial planning and financial topics, and educating the public around how to handle their finances, and many other types of webinars. And we found that employees that actually make time to attend at least one seminar, even if it's one a week, are far more empowered with knowledge and are able to integrate that into their way of operating, and are able to be more effective even in the workplace. There's also online courses that can be offered to employers wanting to offer any type of learning intervention. It could be work specific, or any element that is related to an individual's occupation, and ensuring that they are more effective at their job. That can also be designed and can be customized. And then on the job learning and coaching is really such a powerful tool. There is something that we call the 70-20-10 principle. And the on-the-job learning actually forms part of 70% of the learning. So it's something that we sometimes forget about or underestimate. And that's a really, it's a powerful tool, especially if it is structured. So employers can actually save themselves a lot of money if they simply apply some level of structure and coaching for their employees on the job. They can actually achieve so much more than actually putting them through different courses. There's also social learning via online communities such as Facebook and Instagram. So really a lot of options when it comes to cultivating that love for learning through these online tools. So I'm going to just move on to our next one, which is professional development. So professional development is described as consisting of education, observation, and mentoring that can help enhance the employee in the workplace. So the individual then can achieve professional development, which is driven by industry changes, regulatory obligations, and online professional networks. So often we find that individuals who keep up to date with the developments that happen in the market. For example, in the financial industry, I'm in the financial industry, and there's always so many changes. On the 1st of July, for example, there is a new regulation coming in called PAPIA. There is another type of regulation called phase. And all of those regulatory obligations they require learning interventions, and they require an individual to understand what their regulatory obligation is in executing their jobs and their roles. And so we find that individuals that take the time to
Is everyone there? I think we lost her. Baron? Okay.
Ask them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figile,
Yes.
I think we lost her.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Baron.
The internet connection, she'll come back. Let's give her some time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite interesting subject that she's
It
presenting
is.
there.
It is. You know, I'm noting so many things. She can. Internet cannot do us like that. She must come back.
No, internet in South Africa, I give up.
We tried. We tried. No matter how much we can change the times, it looks like
Yeah,
it doesn't like us.
yeah. But let's ask all those that are still connected. Any thoughts on what she said already, and about your presentation as well, the financial part of it? Anyone that would like to ask a question or comment?
I've got my aunt and my sister on the line, so I am expecting them to ask something. Ask something or say something.
Okay, let's invite Bongekile to stage. Let's
Yeah,
see if
that's
she. Let me put her on the spot.
yeah.
Bongekile, I've invited you on stage. Let's see. Okay. All right. Something's not working here. Sistandi, let's try you. Let's try you. Put you on the spot there. Okay, Veggie's calling back. Let me see.
Okay, let's see.
Hi, Veggie. All right. She's trying to reconnect.
It's reconnecting, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, there she's
There
back.
she goes. Yay.
She's back. Fikile, why did you leave so early? So quickly? Don't go yet. I'll kick you out. Don't worry.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Veggie, are you back?
Hello.
Yes, you back. Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. So you can reshare your
Am I
screen then.
back?
Yeah, you back. Okay, we'll wait for you to share your screen.
Uh-huh.
Are you still there, Reggie? Okay, while she's sharing the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she comes. There she comes.
Okay.
Okay. Over to you, Veggie.
Internet is
Reggie, you
showing us.
still there? Yeah. Hello, Veggie.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm back. Okay, I was just checking that.
Come back.
It is disappointing. So thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in a short while. Take care and be safe. Always wear your mask. Bye.